What's up, Skins Nation? Welcome to another edition of Pigskin Facts, History, and News. And I am your host of hosts, Fred Norris Watson Jr. Hope you're having a good week. I am. And hey, football season is upon us. I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? You sure? Okay, here we go. All right. Had a number of questions for you last time, and I told you, as promised, that I would bring the answers, give you the answers. So let's get into it. And here we go. Is it true Deion Primetime Sanders was a member of the Washington Redskins in his storied career? Is it true Deion Primetime Sanders was a member of the Redskins in his storied career? Answer: true. The year 2000, Deion Sanders became a member of the Washington Redskins before he ended up his career with the Baltimore Ravens to finish out his long, successful, storied career. Okay, number two. Is it true that the Redskins Eagles infamous body bag game in 1991 prompted the NFL to enforce the third quarterback rule? True or false? That question again. Is it true that the Redskins Eagles infamous body bag game in 1991 prompted the NFL to enforce the third quarterback rule? Answer: true. Two quarterbacks were injured in that game on the Redskins, and they had to bring in an emergency quarterback in the form of kick returner Brian Mitchell. So the NFL enforced the third quarterback rule, in which if two quarterbacks on any team were injured in one game and a third quarterback came in, then he would have to finish the rest of the game. And the other two quarterbacks, no matter if they got healthy again or whatever, could return back in the game. All right. Question number three. How many rushing touchdowns did running back John Riggins have in the 1983 season? How many rushing touchdowns did running back John Riggins have in the 1983 season? Oops. Answer: he had 24 rushing touchdowns in the 1983 season. It was an awesome year. 24. Wow. Okay, new set of questions. How many total yards did the Redskins accumulate in Super Bowl 22? These Super Bowl questions here. How many total yards did the Redskins accumulate in Super Bowl 22? I'll have that answer for you on the next segment, as promised. Quarterback Doug Williams was the first QB to win, was the first black QB to win a Super Bowl. Doug Williams was the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. True or false? And lastly, who won the most valuable player award in Super Bowl 22? Who won the most valuable player award in Super Bowl 22? I will have those answers for you as promised on the next segment. So if you have any idea or any clue on what the answers are, you think you have the answers to these questions, feel free. Go down to the bottom, the comment section, type in your answer, and I would love to share those answers with you. Also, if you're already a subscriber, and you've been watching and you've been tuning in every week, I want to say to you, much love. I love you. Thank you. Keep watching. Stay tuned for further developments. And if you have any comments, you have any ideas, you have any thoughts uh, to help better my show, or if you just have thoughts in general that you'd like to share um, as being as part of Skins Nation, please, by all means, go down to the comment section, fill it out. I would love to hear from you. Also, if you're a first-time watcher, first-time viewer, if you're a first-time viewer and this is your first time watching this show, welcome, welcome, welcome to Pigskin Facts, History, and News. And hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button and keep tuning in every week. All right. With that said, we're going to go into our history session, and we're going to go back in time, and we're going to go back to the year of 1974. The Redskins, right around that time, were just now getting back their winning ways, and quarterback George Allen, in his third season at this time, produced a winning culture in Washington, and he put the Redskins back on the map as far as one of the premier teams in the NFL. The 1974 season saw the Redskins compile a record of 10-4, and they were in the first place tie in the NFC East. And before we go any further, what you see back there is my Redskins logo, the backdrop. I hope you like it. Hope you like the new backdrop. Doing what we can to improve, and looks good. What do you think? Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Yeah. All right. Okay, we're going to continue. All right. Not known for the offensive explosiveness in the early years under Coach Allen, the Redskins compiled amazing numbers in 1974 that left many Washingtonians and NFL insiders in awe. Billy Kilmer, Sonny Jurgensen finished as two of the league's best passers. The 40-year-old Jurgensen, bruised, battered most of the year, placed number one in the NFC in completion percentage at 64.1. After connecting on 107 of 167 passes for 1,185 yards with 11 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. The 35-year-old Kilmer was close behind, completing 137 of 234 passes for 1,632 yards, 58.5 completion percentage, plus 10 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Almost real close to being similar stats. They aimed for Charlie Taylor, 54 catches, a Pro Bowl selection, Jerry Smith, 44 catches, Roy Jefferson, 43 catches, and Larry Brown, 37 catches. The passing game, which was largely responsible for the Redskins' NFC high, 320 points, compensated for a virtually non-existent running attack. Brown, playing with frail knees, posted a team high 430 yards rushing, followed by Moses Denson, 391 yards. Dwayne Thomas had the Redskins' only 100-yard rushing game. The defense was like an Allen defense usually is, imposing. The unit yielding 196, fourth lowest in the NFL, and allowed single-digit points in 4 games, not including the shutout of the Bears. The Redskins also led the NFC in interceptions with 25. Wow, that's impressive. That is phenomenal. 25 interceptions. We would sure love to have that this year in this coming season. So they led the NFC in interceptions with 25 and allowed yardage totals in rushing and passing that were among the best in the conference. Linebacker Chris Hamburger, tackle Dyron Talbert, and safety Ken Houston made the Pro Bowl. The season also saw the appearance of two players who would make seismic impacts on the franchise in years to come. Early in the offseason, Coach Allen traded the Redskins' number one draft choice in 1976 to Miami for the rights to quarterback Joe Theismann, who excelled for 3 seasons in the Canadian Football League after finishing as the Heisman Trophy runner-up at Notre Dame in 1970. Wow, 1970. Hey guys, that was the actual year that I was born. Yeah. Okay. Allen also acquired free agent kicker Mark Mosley, a 3-year veteran who was out of football in 1973 after losing his job with Houston. He beat out veteran Kurt Knight, who displayed a torrent of inconsistency in 72 and 1973 to become the Redskins starter. Wow, interesting. Okay, as we go on, during the season, the Redskins routed their first opponent coming up this year, the Philadelphia Eagles, 26-7, which preceded another clash with the Dallas Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day at Texas Stadium. The Redskins won the first game in Washington 27-20. This game, however, with the Redskins leading 23-17, and Dallas faced a second down at midfield with 28 seconds to play and no timeouts left. And it appeared the Redskins were about to sweep the Dallas Cowboys for the first time ever. But rookie quarterback Clint Longley, summoned earlier in the game to replace the injured Cowboys great Roger Staubach. Longley hit Drew Pearson on a late 50-yard touchdown pass. The conversion gave Dallas a 24-23 victory. Psst. Gives me a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know about you. Anytime we lose to Dallas. The conversion gave Dallas a 24-23 victory in one of the most thrilling games in the history of the Redskins-Cowboys rivalry. And there would be more, and we would be on top. But the Redskins kept marching to the playoffs and clinched at least a wild card berth with a Monday night win over the Rams. The Redskins fell behind 10-0 to the Western Division leaders, but Kilmer threw 3 touchdown passes in the second quarter to spark his squad to a 23-17 win that put the 9-4 Redskins in the NFC East, tie with St. Louis at 9-4. A win over the Bears in the season finale, coupled with the St. Louis loss to the Giants, meant the Redskins would win the division once a distant thought. Both Washington and St. Louis won, forcing the Redskins to settle for a wild card spot in their 42-0 dismantling of the Bears. The Redskins piled up 511 yards in perhaps the most overpowering display of offense in the Allen era. All 3 of the quarterbacks, Kilmer, Jergy, and Joe Theismann, took part in the show. Theismann, seeing his first extended action of the season, completed 6 of 7 passes for 123 yards and a touchdown. Washington's defense had 4 interceptions and 4 sacks and allowed only 126 yards. Impressive. By punctuating the regular season with such a convincing performance, the 10-4 Redskins looked red hot heading into their opening round playoff game against the Rams. And that, my friends, is our history session for episode 11 on Pigskin Facts, History and News. And we're going to go to our shining moment, our gem of the day. And that's going to take us back to Super Bowl 22, the site, Jack Murphy Stadium, San Diego, California, January 31st, 1988. Attendance, 73,302. And what a game it was for our shining moment. All right. So going into this game, the Redskins and the Broncos, the two best teams in the NFL, going head to head. The Broncos were known for their Hall of Fame quarterback, John Elway, the shifty quarterback, the one with the cannon arm. And of course, they had their trio of wide receivers called the Three Amigos, headed up by Ricky Nattiel. Okay, and they had a pretty decent defense. Okay, against the Redskins. The Redskins coming into this game, the Redskins, they were guided by quarterback Doug Williams, who took over from an injured Jay Schrader, took over the team, helped them in the playoffs, and led them into this game. And the Redskins had a very stingy defense, and this was going to be for an interesting game. Okay, so the game starts out, planes flying high above the stadium, fireworks going off, introductions are made, Denver Broncos come out, their fans go wild, the Redskins come out, yeah, our fans go wild. Game starts, and not even 1 minute into the game, I believe it was the first offensive play of the game, John Elway delivers like about a 64 to 65 yard strike. Boom! Ricky Nattiel catches the ball, one of the Three Amigos, and just like that, Denver is up 7-0. They add a field goal, it's 10. They add a field goal, it is 10-0. And before you know it, we find ourselves down by 10 in the first quarter. But something miraculous happened following after. At first, it appeared that Doug Williams had got off to a shaky start. He looked like he had hyperextended his knee. He went out of the game for a couple plays. Quarterback Jay Schrader came in, was ineffective. They stopped the Redskins, gave the ball to Denver. Denver got the ball. The Redskins stopped them cold. They got the ball back. Doug Williams came back in the game. And then it was the most breathtaking display of offensive line firepower, Super Bowl history. The Redskins erupted for 35 points in the second quarter. Still a Super Bowl record. They erupted for 35 points, 356 yards in less than 6 minutes in the second quarter. Wow, 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 wow. They wiped out not only a 10-point Denver lead and went on to destroy and obliterate the Denver Broncos to win Super Bowl 22, the extravaganza, 42-10. It was over before it even started. It was over before the halfway point. The unknown running back by the name of Timmy Smith ran through the Denver defense like a dam, exploding and bursting forth with uncontrollable water. They couldn't stop him. Every time he touched the ball, he had a 24.2 rushing average. Phenomenal. Every time he touched the ball. That is still a Super Bowl record. The huge Redskin lineman pushed back the Denver D-line with ease and opened up lanes and holes so